Hey guys, it's Willow and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time, so happy new year since this is the first video of 2024. Today I'm going to be unboxing a SCRAWLRBOX, which if you don't know is like this company who puts together an assortment of art supplies, and they also collaborate with an artist and like have a theme for each box. This is an old box from June 2022 because there was like a deal going on where you could get 3 old boxes for the price of 1 new one, so obviously I went for that. And I have actually done a SCRAWLRBOX video before, but I didn't post it because I didn't finish it. But if I ever do finish it, I guess I'll post it. It's like 6 months old now, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so here we go. Here's the big reveal. There's something so exciting and magical about just like opening new art supplies. Here's a closer look. The colours are really bright and nice from what we can see so far. And the supplies come like wrapped with tissue paper, and then there's a couple of extra things like information about the artist and supplies. So I did film a clip of me opening the supplies that were in the tissue paper, but I think I might have started the video at the end and then like finished, I don't know, but basically I didn't get it. But here are the supplies that were in the thing. So first we have some Pilot Pintor pens, markers. So basically they're just neon paint pens. And then we have this Micron Pigma purple liner pen in the size 0.45 millimeters. And then it also comes with a sweet, but I don't think I'm going to be eating it because this is like months old already, as I said. And then if it was made in June 2022, does that mean it's like 2 years old as well? And it was really squishy. The brand is from England anyway, so I could get it if I really wanted to. Now on to the other stuff that's in the box. So we have this Scrawler zine, this artist print, and some Bristol board paper. It is A5 and there are 10 sheets and they're 250 GSM. I don't know what that stands for, but it's basically how thick the paper is. Oh, okay, it's grams per square meter. And then we have this print that was made by the artist who this box is inspired by. It's like a chameleon and I think it's really cute and it really pops. So that's something I'm definitely going to want to take into my own work when I do an artwork inspired by this. I love all the bright colours. And then it comes with this little magazine which tells you more about the artist, gives you some tips for how to use the supplies, and also has this gallery which has other artists' work from last month's box inspired by the prompt. Speaking of the prompt, this is it, Electric Dreams. So I'm going to use that theme to kind of inspire my drawing. So before we get into swatching, here's once again everything that comes in the set. It's definitely very exciting to like open the box and go through the mystery of what's inside. I hadn't watched any videos with this exact box before, so I wasn't sure what was going to be inside. I don't think I would go for getting a subscription because, to be honest, I'd rather just get art supplies that I actually want. I mean, not that I don't like these, because I'm definitely going to use them in the future. It's just kind of like a risk to take, because if there's something that you're probably not going to use at all, then you've kind of just wasted a bit of money. But anyway, now it's time to swatch. So first, because they're paint markers, you've got to shake them and activate them by pressing down on the nib. It did take quite a while, but it was really satisfying when it actually worked. I really like that pink reddish colour because it's kind of like the same colour as my sketchbook as well, and I think it's just a really nice vibrant colour. I don't really like the neon yellow as much because it's kind of hard to see. The box also comes with a themed sticker, so I just put that on the page where I was swatching. Also, can we appreciate how well I copied the SCRAWLRBOX logo? I think it was pretty good until I coloured it in highlighters and it all smudged. Okay, so as you can see, I did all of my planning off camera, so I'm just going to explain what my thought process was. So as you know, the theme was Electric Dreams, so that got me thinking like a light bulb because that's kind of like electric, and dreams gave me kind of a spacey vibe, like those two words together gave me a spacey vibe. With the box that I had before, I actually drew like an astronaut, but I didn't finish, I didn't even do any of the colouring, so I thought I might as well just reuse that theme. I experimented with doing fine liner first or doing paint pen first, so I found that what worked best was drawing something in highlighter with leaving the outlines out and then coming back over to clean it up. The paint pens are also almost completely opaque, so you can cover up any mistakes you make. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do for backgrounds. I found that if you coloured a bit on a plate and then used water and a paintbrush, you could turn it into sort of a watercolour. I also tried different ways of blending, for example in that planet, circle in the corner, I found that if you just keep it wet, then you can kind of make a gradient as long as you keep swapping between the colours. Also, it does like sort of tear up the paper if you put too much on, so you've got to be quick. The fine liner glided over everything really well, but I was unsure on how I was gonna like create big blocks of purple because obviously it's a thin pen, but I just thought I'd cross that bridge when I got to it. So as you can see, there's the final sketch based on that little thumbnail I did before. I was very inspired by this picture on Pinterest. If I can find the original artist, I'll credit them. I was mostly just improvising and making it up as I went along. It was kind of hard deciding how to like go about the outlining and like choosing which bits were going to be which colours. So I used like yellow for everything, and then orange was for the like sort of darker, more shadowy areas, and in some places I blended them, in some places I tried to just do block colours, but you can't really tell that much with those two colours because they're kind of similar. And then I used the pink colour for the glass on the space helmet, and also for areas with lots of shadow. The idea that this is kind of like a dreamland kind of, so like there's lots of random things, like there's a little vine plant thing that's like a little rainbow, and this astronaut is just floating in space, and it's kind of all like an electric vibe already because of the neon colours. So as you can see, I'm bringing in the green colour for this little vine thing that's on the side, and I didn't even plan this, I just went straight with it, which was a little bit risky, but I think it turned out okay. I used like yellow to kind of blend it out a bit and have some different shades of green. For the rainbow, I decided to do orange first instead of green, which is what it was in the plan, just so that like the leaves would stand out a bit more. But I do wish that I planned this one out because it ended up being way thicker than it needed to, and then I kind of just wasted a lot of orange for that because I just did the green one straight on top, so it made the green one more dull and it wasn't even going to show anyway. But since the orange wasn't dry yet, it was kind of being like picked up from the green, so I just moved on to this little star I did, and I don't really know what I was doing, I was going a bit rogue. I haven't actually finished the illustration while I'm recording this voiceover, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but we'll see. Okay, so now I'm coming in with the fine liner to add some outlines. I didn't really know like what the plan was, I was just kind of improvising. It is a nice colour and I think it matches with the other colours as well, but I wasn't really sure how like in the example one, for example, the comedian, how she got like such big blocks of purple when it's such a thin pen. So obviously I'm assuming that she used a thicker one, otherwise it would have taken her a lot of pens to make that. Yeah, so I was also using it for shadow as well, and it did go on pretty smoothly, but there were some areas maybe where it hadn't quite dried yet, where it was kind of like not being opaque, so I had to just come back to those areas. As you can see, the outline started out pretty thin, but as the video goes on, you'll see it gets thicker and thicker. That's in part due to like me thinking it's not standing out enough, but also because sometimes when I messed up, I just like thickened the line to make it look less wobbly or whatever. Okay, so now it's time for this planet that I did in the back. So I used the gradient that I had planned before, but I accidentally did it all like horizontal, so then I realised, oh no, I did it all vertical, all of the like streaks, then I realised it works better horizontal, so I changed that. And basically it was just a lot of like doing pink and then orange, then pink, then orange. And also I kind of wish that I didn't like slant sideways. I wish it was like what's the word, parallel to the bottom of the paper, I guess, because I think that would have made the astronaut stand out more. Like I don't like the two sidewayses on top of each other, but yeah, that's just a minor complaint I have. Also, as you can see, like I started the outline on the rainbow really thick, and I kind of regret that because once again the astronaut doesn't stand out as much. I definitely did that because I wasn't really, like my hand wasn't steady, so I kept messing up, so I had to thicken the line. But at least on the bright side, I did like how the thick outline on the astronaut looks. As I was filming this, I didn't realise that the phone battery was really low, so it did die on me while I was filming, but luckily I spotted it when I went to refocus the camera, and at first I thought that lots of it hadn't been filmed, so I was a little bit annoyed, but then, I don't know, like the next day the video just turned up, most of it. Like obviously there was still a little bit gone, but I didn't really know what happened there, but yeah. So here are some short clips to show you where I'm at right now, and now I'm going to move on to the background. Well, actually not quite yet. First I'm going to outline the leaves. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that little dark bit at the top yet. I don't know if I want to make it all thick because that might end up like taking away from the focal point of the astronaut, but I'll just figure it out. I could always use the white gel pen that I have to sort of like fix any mistakes. Now at this point I think the purple pen was starting to run out, because for the rainbow I was having lots of trouble like getting a smooth line, and then even on my test paper it wasn't working. So I think that it might run out by the end, which kind of sucks, because I did want to use it for like other things, but that's alright, I don't really mind that much. I don't know, did I use it a lot? I don't feel like it was that much, but to be fair it was quite thin, so yeah. Maybe it just needs a day and then it'll go back to normal. And then I also added this like ribbon thing hanging down because I wanted more green on that side of the page. This is an electric green, so anything works. And now I'm adding the watered down pigment as background. I did want like a dark background, like a dark black background like space, but obviously there was nothing in this set that I could use unless I wanted to like use the purple pen for the whole background, but that's just crazy. It didn't even like cross my mind before I put brush to paper that the like paper might not be suitable for watercolor. I didn't even like read what it said, but yeah, I just tried and it worked pretty well. Like now it's all bent and buckled, but when I was painting it stayed flat, so that was good. The paper is really smooth, so there wasn't really any texture, but I just blended these two colors, pinks and orange, around, and this is where I've got to so far. Now it's time to add some stars to fill in the background. Also, I've outlined the ribbon and the leaves. Also, I watched the movie The Martian the other day, so that kind of inspired this, I guess, indirectly. It was a really good movie. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend it. I used different colours. I used orange, green and yellow to do the stars. I didn't use pink because I thought it might be a bit distracting and I want to save the pink for the more central areas. It's kind of hard to draw anything when you're filming with the other hand, because like you've got to look at what you're drawing through the lens. That's why I didn't draw me outlining the stars, but I did outline them and added some spots, and this is a finished result. I hope you enjoyed watching me like go from the planning stage to the like final illustration. It's kind of satisfying. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye.